sick of this. Get menu log on the line. We're gonna do this doggy style.
Did somebody say menu log?
Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib, I'm sitting in. Burger in the low-low, hope they put the pickle in. Wonton on a catamaran. Oodles and noodles, thank you, my man. Tacos to the chateau, please, did somebody say
Menu log.
private jetting in the night sky? My man hand glide by with my fried rice, right? What could you not love? Bought a slice on the side of the hot tub. Ooh, what you gon' do, boo? Chocolate fondue right on cue. Even dipping in the sea. I see food, seafood sees me. MENULOG.
Somebody say menu log.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah,
you know, I've been
that's,
talking about food all night tonight.
I know, mate. We always talk about food, Valandi, and always my microphone plays up. But we'll finally get there eventually, mate. But yeah, we are back. We had a bit of a break last week because of the alpaca gyros that we ate. So we had a bit of a...
Now you're gonna start George with his 9.7
Yeah,
alpacas.
the alpaca was definitely a 9.7,
Do
mate.
you
It was
know-
more like 2.3. But
Can
anyway.
I just say, we have got a whole variety of different meats here in Adelaide.
Mate, tell
you can
what.
eat alpaca, kangaroo, crocodile, emu.
Cat, dog.
I don't know about cat and dog. I've never seen cat and dog
It's actually...
in Chinatown.
Not too bad. You see them hanging on through the windows in certain places. mate.
Mind you, a lot of places where I go to have fried chicken, and I'm not talking KFC, but maybe KFC too,
Yeah.
but it actually doesn't have the texture of chicken.
Hey, look, it all tastes like chicken in the end, mate. So,
It does.
what do you
It
think?
does.
You can
It
enjoy
does.
yourself.
Yanni, what an amazing couple of weeks it has been in sport.
Mate, it's
We've
been
had
full on.
over what, 10 days straight of AFL?
What is it, 24 games in 13 days or some Malachian like that. But it's just all happening at the moment. But look, we'll come back to AFL because what I wanted to start with is what you love, mate. You love the Formula One. Let's start there.
Bring it on.
Because you are a Formula One guru there. You love it.
Bring it on.
And,
It was a whirlwind of a weekend. A lot of excitement.
It was
with
exciting, man,
A
I tell you what.
shitload of heartbreak.
Silverstone, eh? Silverstone. Do you love the GP there? I think it's a great track.
2 weeks
man.
in a row they'd raced there.
I think it's a great track, man. I like it.
Mm.
But Verstappen became the first non-Mercedes driver to win this year, man. So there you go. Broke the shackles there for the rest of the crew. And it was the 70th anniversary of the Grand Prix too. So good victory for him. Hamilton second, Bottas third, Leclerc fourth. What happened to our man Ricciardo, mate? What happened to him? He
Mate,
spun out of control.
He had such a phenomenal week last week. He won. He came fourth.
Yeah, no, he played well.
Right.
He played well. He drove well.
He
last
drove
week.
well last week. And this week, he even qualified fourth.
I know.
Right.
Qualified fourth, finished 14th.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they played wrong strategy on the tyres. They put him on hard tyres where they should have put him on medium softs. And yeah, unfortunately, the bloke just had a very disappointing result to the race.
It's not good, is it, for him? But I suppose his head's in another space at the moment.
What's even more weirder is that Vettel only ended up 2 spots above Ricciardo.
Yeah, I know. Vettel's, and just talking about, lucky you brought those two up, mate, because I just wanted to go through some of their form this year. As I said, Hamilton's got it, 7th title, he's definitely won it. But Danny Ricciardo, let's go through his the 5 races, mate. Did not finish in the first, 8th, 4th, and 14th this year. And Vettel, 10th, did not finish, 6th, 10th, and 12th. 2 drivers, obviously leaving their respective teams in the next year, so they've obviously got their thoughts somewhere else and are really not driving to their potential.
Where did the
skill
McLarens
level.
end up?
Who drives the McLaren these days, mate? Hulkenberg? No.
No, Hulkenberg drives for Racing Point, and he qualified 3rd.
He qualified 3rd, but he finished 7th. I think they were outside the top 10.
And Lance
there.
Stroll was the other race. Were they outside the top
I
10?
think
Were they?
outside the top 10.
See,
there.
that's not good. That's not good for
Sorry, did you say McLaren?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Nordic? No, what's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
Yeah, he was 9th. Sorry, he finished 9th.
All right. So considering that McLaren is at their home GP, right, and that's Halia, Do you honestly think that Ricardo's going to do anything to turn the team around next year?
You never know, man. Sometimes, when players go to new clubs or drivers go to new clubs, man, they end up doing well. So let's hope he does for his sake and for the Aussies. But as you said, McLaren, he's sitting 5th in the title race at the moment. I don't think, like I said, he's going to win it, but Hamilton's definitely got it. Ricardo's sitting in 9th at the moment on 20 points in the drivers' standings. Next race, they go to Spain this weekend, Valandis.
Yeah.
So back-to-back Formula One races, which will be great. I know you love it. Let's move to the AFL, mate. It has been, as I said, so many games. Foxtel's loving it. I'm loving it at home, watching all the games. And I'm loving it even more so because Port Adelaide is on top, Valandi. We've been top since round 1. I don't think we're slowing down, let's be honest now. Will the other teams catch up to us? I'm unsure at this stage, but potentially it could be top all year. I was trying to do a bit of research on the last team to be leading from round 1 and being top all year. Potentially could have been Essendon back in 2000, maybe 2000 when they went 21-2, I think it was, or 20-2. I can't recall now. No, 21-1, I think it was. So yeah, I think it was year 2000. Could have been the last time a team has sort of led from start to finish. A few games left, but I do see us probably finishing top, so minor premiership again. And I think the top
Not
4...
that many games left, though.
What is it, about 5 games? 5-6 games, I think, round 17. Yeah, 5 or 6 games
so
left.
really, you'd have to lose 2 games straight in the next 2 weeks to lose that top spot.
I don't think if you recall in 2018 what happened, mate, when Port was 11-5, ended up finishing outside the finals race, if you remember that.
Yeah, but they're
different year this
year.
They're
looking far too good.
Now, what I'm liking about is our last quarter pressure that we're sort of being able to hold the ball in.
Can I just say, as a non-Port Adelaide fan,
you're loving it, mate.
I absolutely enjoyed that game.
It was the best game.
That was phenomenal entertainment.
What do we say? Was the last game a couple of weeks ago was the best game of the year? That probably topped it,
We did. And I even said that was a bloody good game.
Yeah,
but this one here, just
the pressure, man. Relentless pressure. On the other hand, Valandi, at West Lakes, the Crows, they haven't won a game for over a year, losing to Melbourne. That ticked over to over a year that they haven't won a game now, Valandi. So it's a long time. Look, to be honest, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what the hell is going on.
So let's see it this right. Let's take it this way. On one hand, in Adelaide, you've got a team that potentially will win the season, being on top all year, and then on the other hand,
Crows will be bottom all year, mate.
We'll have a team that's been bottom all year with no wins all year. There you go.
And that could be the first winless season in 56 years, mate.
Breaking records, mate.
Years.
Breaking records.
But how's this stat? If Adelaide fails to win a game this year and the home away season finishes in line with October 17th grand final, the Crows will have gone 1,414 days without a win. They will then break the record heading into 2021. So incredible times there. I feel sorry for Matthew Nicks. I know he's trying to set up his team and his game style. But look, the only way is up, Valandi, from here. They are rock bottom at the moment. They haven't gone through, let's be honest now, the Crows have not gone through a rebuild season. So they needed it, man, to be honest. They had to clean slate. They had to clean all the dirty laundry. They had to air it out. Look, Nix is obviously there and has had to take the brunt of all the media storm that has come from this. But I think the Crows will be in a better place, say, 2 to 3 years' time. But I don't see that. I think next year, man, let's be honest, I think they go... Potentially this year they might win one to 2 games.
Yep.
And next year they're probably looking at 4 games.
Right.
So I think a couple of years now in the wilderness. But then from there they will sort of start to move into it. They get a few good picks next year as well. But they just got to they've got to do that well. You know, Port has done that well recruiting wise, and you're seeing this come to fruition now. So let's hope for the Crows' sake that they can do that, mate. But as I said, the top 8, man, I think it's pretty much set, mate. There's still a few games that I reckon the teams here. So you've got Port, Brisbane, Geelong, West Coast, Saints, Richmond, GWS, Collingwood. Outside the A, you've got Melbourne Bulldogs, Essendon, Gold Coast, Carlton, Hawthorn. You know, they're within 6 points of 8th. But realistically, the only teams I could probably see jumping in could potentially be Western Bulldogs or Essendon could potentially jump in.
You reckon Carlton won't make the...
I don't think so, man. I think they're just too hot and cold, a low percentage at the moment. They are playing better brand of football this year. I just don't see them jumping into the 8, mate.
Did you watch the game on the weekend, though?
I didn't watch the Carlton game, no.
Well,
Did you watch it against West Coast? They were leading a bit.
It was a good game until some really stupid decisions were made.
They only kicked 2 goals after half
Yeah,
time.
there was some really nasty decisions made by the umpires, which, you know what? The umpires have been very
terrible, mate.
inconsistent this year.
They've been terrible.
Like, there was a lot of calls for, in the back, and they were not given.
No.
I mean, I watched that game, and, I'm not the number one person when it comes to commenting and, playing by the rules and all that. Shit, do I know?
After, yeah.
But I tell you what, I watched that game and I was dead on with some of the choices that those umpires made were horrible.
It's been atrocious this year, man. COVID has affected their capacity to umpire, unfortunately. So they must have lost their way a little bit in the 3 months we weren't playing. But look, there's been a few good games. As I said, the Port game. Even last week, Port only won by 13 points. It was a ripper game. But it's ridiculous how some of these things work. So the week before, Port smashed Melbourne by 10 goals, and then Melbourne smashed Crows by 10 goals. And, Essendon only lose by 4 points to GWS. Suns lose to 4 points to Saints. Saints smash Port. There's a lot of things that happen in the season. But the team at the moment that is on fire, Valandi, is the West Coast Eagles. 5 wins in a row. And they are coming for that top 4 position. And with Geelong, they won tonight. So West Coast jump into the top 4 on default through percentage because Geelong smashed St Kilda. West Coast with a game in hand could potentially go second if they win.
Wow.
So, as I said, West Coast, Brisbane, Port and Geelong will be the top 4. Port obviously top, I think. But this is my prediction, Valandi.
Go.
Port West Coast Grand Final, mate.
Port West Coast Grand Final. And where do you think this is going to take place?
I'm hoping in Adelaide, man, to be honest.
Well,
could potentially be in Perth.
The official bid has gone in today for Adelaide to host the Grand Final.
Yep.
And I do think, this is what I think.
Whoever finishes top should host the Grand Final,
I think
mate.
that whoever finishes on top has the first chance of hosting the Grand Final.
Correct.
And then
if they don't make the Grand Final,
if they don't make the
team,
Grand Final, then the highest team. So what they should do is like whoever's in the is it the semi before the Grand or the preliminary?
Prelim.
Yeah, so whoever ends up highest in the prelim gets to host it if it's not a Victorian team.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. It would be lovely if that could happen.
So really, there's 3 places in play here. There's the Gabba, there's Adelaide Oval, and there's Optus Stadium.
Yeah.
So,
look, I don't mind if we played Optus because we've got a good record there, mate, and it suits us. But
have you seen the current scores of the game at the moment? Dockers
by 18
annihilating.
Points. By 18 points.
Yeah.
In
Well, I mean, not annihilating, but still.
Low scoring game.
Still, that's bloody good.
Geelong won by 10 goals tonight against St Kilda, man. That is a statement if I've ever heard of one. Geelong smashing.
And St Kilda have been on bloody fire.
They didn't kick a goal in the second half, mate. That's how incredible they've been. But how about Tommy Hawkins, 5 goals tonight, Gary Rowan, 4 goals, 3. Get your kicking boots on. Just going to the quick stats because we've spent about 27 minutes on AFL. Leading goal kickers, Josh Kennedy, Tommy Hawkins on 24, Charlie Dixon, Papley, Butler on 21, and Charlie Cameron rounding out there on 20. So some small forwards, some tall forwards. It's all happening in AFL this year. Valandi, let's... the NBA. The NBA is back. The bubble is happening, mate.
Here we go. Tell us. Give us the lowdown.
And again, we've missed a week of sport, and there's about 7,000 games that have happened. So what we are going to we'll briefly go over a couple of things, mate. And we discussed mainly the Lakers and the Bucks due to obviously my allegiance with the Lakers, as you can see via the cap, but also the Bucks because of the Greek Freak who should win his second MVP. He has been nominated.
By the way, they've just released the Freak Zoom.
The Zoom 2, I'm going to get some, mate. I've got the Zoom 1s. I'm going to get the Zoom 2s. But the MVP, I'll start with that first. The finalists, Giannis, Harden, LeBron. So they're the top 3 in voting for the NBA. So let's hope. I think Giannis does win it with LeBron second and Harden third. Even though Harden has got the most points per game, I think overall Giannis and LeBron are better players and better for their team. So I'd suggest it'll be out of those 2. But Giannis should win the second back-to-back MVP. Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis is also, or Giannakis, he's also in the running for that. He's a finalist with Anthony Davis from the Lakers and Rudy Gobert, Mr. Coronavirus himself from Utah. He's the one that started the whole coronavirus thing in NBA. They're the top three in the Defensive Player of the Year. And the rookies, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and Kendrick Nunn are the top three there. So I'd probably think Ja Morant will win that this year. And he has come out firing after the bubble. But unfortunately, Memphis, mate, they have not started well in the bubble. They've lost 5 of the 6 games since coming back. They're only hanging on to 8th spot at the moment. But the Lakers, they clinched the top seed in the West, and the Bucks clinched the top seed in the East last week.
Who's been your surprise team so far?
The Phoenix Suns, man. The Phoenix Suns have started the bubble 5-0. So they're currently 5-0, and they're sitting just outside the top 8.
Have you seen any of the Pelican games?
I've watched a couple of Pelican games. Zion was on limited minutes initially due to his, obviously, injury prior to COVID. They are now out, Valandi. Today they lost, and they're out of the running now for the finals. So Zion will obviously get ready for next season.
Yeah.
That does probably affect his basketball card price a little bit, so I'm still waiting for something to come from America. Hopefully that comes soon. But he'll be bigger and better next year, Valandi. He will rip it up again next year. The Bucks, they haven't come out well, mate, unfortunately. They've lost 3 out of 5 since the bubble, and the Lakers have also sort of lost their last 3. But after winning the West, they've thought, you know what, let's start resting some players. Let's get some of the other players playing some minutes. LeBron's had a couple of breaks, so when the finals do start, mate, they will rip it up. But in the West, there's 4 teams vying off for that final spot, Valandi. Grizzlies, the Portland Trailblazers, the Spurs, and the Suns. As I said, Suns in the best form going around at the moment. In the East, the Raptors. The Raptors and the Pacers have won 4 out of 5, so they're the informed teams in the East there, with the Nets and Celtics winning 4 of 6. And as I said, the Bucks have lost 3 of 5, so they need to sharpen up their skills. But like I said, Toronto, informed team in the East, along with who did I say? The Pacers, and in the West, it's Phoenix Suns and the Houston Rockets at the moment are the teams leading the way there. So James Harden getting it done. And today, man, massive game by Damian Lillard. 51 points, man, tonight, this morning. So he's ripping it up. But there's some big scores, mate. There's literally every game. Most games are 129 to 140. They're just ridiculous games. The player so far that's come out of the bubble well is Luka Doncic, man. He is in scintillating form. Just quickly, let me just bring up the stat of when was it? Sunday. I was doing some shopping, mate. Some retail therapy. The Mavericks played the Bucks. Big game. Giannis had 34 points, 13 rebounds. Luka Doncic, 36 points, 14 rebounds, 19 assists, mate, in 41 minutes.
Wow.
Incredible. He is an unbelievable player, man. He'll only get better. And just on a note, I love basketball cards, as you know. The LeBron James rookie, now we're talking, say, about a month ago, was sitting at about $1,500 US, is now selling for $5,000 US, man. Incredible jump in 1 month of basketball. And I tell you what, if they win the title this year, that's going to skyrocket even further. So, folks, get onto that if you like, if you have a bit of a spare cash lying around the place. Let's move to soccer, Valandi. We're at 9:38, and we've got 22 minutes to go, and we've got a lot to go through. Let's stay with football. So, EPL, all that's finished, but Champions League and Europa League, mate, they are back and firing.
Oh, can we just say, because we weren't on last week...
Oh,
we have
FA
to
Cup.
mention the FA Cup.
FA Cup winners, mate. Arsenal, finally, a trophy. Are you happy, mate? Are you finally happy there? Aubameyang is the player, ridiculous player there.
Ridiculous. I'm very happy. I mean, we at least got something good out of the season that was shit.
Playing Europa next year,
We're playing Europa, which is good. And hopefully, all going well, next year we'll be in Champions League.
Well, let's hope, man. You know, you'll pick up some players.
I hope so.
William's coming.
Yeah.
He's a good Premier League player. Just on Champions League, as I said, a few games that happened post-COVID. Leipzig were through, Atalanta, Atletico Madrid beating Liverpool, and PSG beating Dortmund. They were already through. And then the other games that started last week, Juventus gone, Lyon through. Ronaldo, I don't know if you saw that, man. He was crying after the game. You know, that's how passionate he is. And amount of cups he's won, but he's still, you know what I mean? That's incredible, isn't it?
Oh, well.
To think they get paid millions of dollars, but he loves the game, mate. He loves winning and hates losing, man. That's what it's about.
He's always been a crybaby.
Look, he's a crybaby, man, but he's a crybaby in every sense of the word, man. So there you go. Man City beating Madrid, so they're through. Barcelona beating Napoli, and Bayern Munich beating Chelsea. So smashing Chelsea 7-1 on aggregate, man. Incredible score. So the quarterfinals, Atalanta PSG, Leipzig Atletico Madrid, Barca Bayern Munich. That's a massive, massive game. 5 times champions. And Man City versus Lyon. So I'd probably think, I'm going to give a prediction of the winner here, mate. I'm going to say Man City will beat Lyon. You know what, Valenti? PSG to win the Champions League this year. PSG to win the Champions League.
That's a big call.
Yeah, I love making big calls, mate. I don't go with the norm, as you know. I like to go against the grain in most times. So I'm going to go PSG for the title there. And potentially PSG could have Ronaldo next year. How's that? Ronaldo, Mbappe, and Neymar.
Really?
In the front three, man.
Do you reckon he's going to leave Juventus?
Look, there's a lot of talk.
Well,
Sarri got sacked, as you know. The Juventus coach got sacked, and I'll speak to him a little bit about him shortly. But you never know. There's been some reports that have come out. Things happen when teams lose and get knocked out. Potentially, imagine that.
Isn't he on contract there though?
No, it means nothing, mate. It means nothing. They'll pay. PSG got lots of money there. They'll pay the oil. The oil money will come out.
Fair enough.
Just as much oil as I use on my Euruses. But anyway, look, in the Europa League, big quarterfinals, mate. During the week, Wolverhampton beat Olympiacos 1-0, mate, and they went through on the second leg. Basel, Bayer Leverkusen, Man United are through, Shakhtar Donetsk and Copenhagen. So Inter, Bayer Leverkusen, Man United, Copenhagen, Shakhtar Donetsk, Basel, and Wolves, Sevilla. So some big quarter-final action there in the Europa League. I'm going to say, you know what, mate? As much as it pains me to say it, I'm going to say Man United to win the Europa League. They are coming in some good form.
They're in good form at the moment.
And I think they're going to win it, man, to be honest. It pains me to say it because as a Liverpool supporter, I don't like them. But Man United, I think, has got it, man, to be honest. So there you go. Let's go to A-League. What's happening in the A-League, mate? Man United. LA United, since Carl Viet has taken over, has been playing some brilliant football.
Oh, my God.
We smashed Perth 5-3 last week.
They were up 5-1 at half-time.
Nearly lost it, eh?
Right, at half-time, 5-1.
5-1, mate, incredible.
And then I started shitting myself when they scored another 2. But bloody hell, that was a good game.
And then 1-1 against Sydney. But we haven't been to Sydney in 12 games, mate. I thought we had won it with that 1-0, but unfortunately it was 1-1. Now, there's big games coming up for LA United. So beating Perth 5-3 was actually a great game for us because at the moment, just to give you an idea, so Newcastle for me is out of the running, definitely. So you got Perth Glory, LA United, Western United fighting for 2 places, okay? As it sits now, there's 1 game left for Perth and LA United, whereas Western United have got 3 games available to them. Perth on 37 points, LA United 35, and Western United 33. Now, LA United plays tomorrow night against Melbourne City. They win that, they go to 38, which puts them above Perth Glory. Perth Glory play Western United. So LA United can make the finals if they got to beat
Melbourne City.
They have to beat Melbourne City. Okay, that's the Kickstarter. Beat Melbourne City, and either of these 2 will happen. Either Perth lose, Perth have to lose against Western United, and we're through. Or if Perth beat Western United cannot have more than 6 points out of their last 9. So they can't win more than 2 games. So they need less than 6 points, and LA United can make it through. So it's hard, isn't it? It's still in our hands, but it's not. So potentially Western Sydney win all 3 games and we win, we're through.
So So the easiest way would be we win, Perth loses.
Correct. If Perth draws, we have to hope that Western United don't get more than 6 points.
Okay.
So, mate, it's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy.
Let's just go back. So Perth.
So 5 points. They can't have more than 5 points because if they're on
Perth
5 points,
lost
they're
to
equal
Victory
with us.
4-0. Correct.
And
then prior to that,
they're in some bad form, mate.
they
could potentially
just
be
won Western Sydney. Where else? Perth lost to us 5-3.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's a big game, man.
It's a big call.
It's a big game.
a
And
big
tonight,
call.
Brisbane Raw 1-1 with Sydney. So that was a game tonight. Tomorrow night, LA United, Melbourne City. And then Perth Western United on Wednesday. So by Wednesday, we will know how close we are to a finals berth, man, for the LA United supporters listening in.
Hey, I don't think we mentioned it.
Talk to me,
Hang
man.
on. Where is it? So that was 3rd of August.
What didn't we mention at Besmore?
Yeah, so I don't think we've ever mentioned it on this show, but the 3rd of August was officially the last game for the Mariners in the A-League. They're no longer part of the A-League.
Was it 3rd of August?
Yeah, that was the last game that
yeah,
they
'cause
played.
Yeah, that's right. Cause
So
played
they've given their license back to the A-League and said, no,
That's
we're
right, that
out,
was
we're
their
done.
last game. Yeah,
Done,
true.
dusted.
There you go.
See you later, arrivederci.
And they won 3-2 against
I know.
Melbourne Victory,
Yep.
signing off with a win, mate. So there'll be a couple of good players picked up there, I'm sure. Just quickly, mate, I just wanted to bring up, before we get to some local soccer, because we talked about Olympiacos and Liverpool. Did you hear the news? Olympiacos left back is signing
Yes.
for Liverpool.
Yes. I heard
Kostas
this.
Tsimikas.
He was actually going to another team.
Yeah, £11.5 million.
Yeah.
Pretty astute signing for Liverpool. We always do well in that department. So let's hope he can rip it up. Apparently he had 5 assists in 20 games this year. So, yeah, good signing, I think.
It's good to see Greek lads. Doesn't matter what team they played for.
Finally,
It's
we get
good
a
to see Greek lads get
another
into
Greek
the
guy.
EPL.
We had Kyrios,
I just
Kyriakos
hope,
last
I
time.
really do hope that he doesn't turn out to be a Malaka like Socrates.
I don't think he will be, mate.
Papastathiou was just horrible.
Yeah, but he plays for Arsenal. That's
but
what happens,
you know
mate.
what? Like, you know, we deemed him a god coming over, and he left. He's sitting there like a Malaka.
I know. Look, let's go to local football because a lot of people that
Hey,
love local
before we
sport.
do, can I just?
Come on, mate.
I know, but
Yeah,
I
our
really,
Packers coming out.
I really want to say this because I find it hilarious. Going back to AFL, Eddie Betts hasn't kicked a goal in the past 3 games, but he's still the leading goal kicker on Adelaide's payroll.
There
Love
you go,
it.
mate. That's
Love
a good one.
it.
Who brought that up?
Actually, Sam Pifaus,
That's
who's
what it is, Sam, Liverpool
a
supporter,
regular
mate.
listener on our show.
There you go. He's going to love that signing. Just on some local soccer, which I took a screenshot of today as I was having my cafe at the Wash. Just quickly, mate, as you know, folks, you probably don't know, but I play for the LA Comets as well. But their first team is ripping it up, beating the Raiders 2-1 on the weekend, and now sitting top of the NPL on 19 points. A couple other results, Campbelltown 3, Parry Hills Knights 1, Blue Eagles 1-0 with LA United FC, Croydon Kings beating Metro Stars 2-1, Adelaide Olympic 0-0 against Cumberland. In the State League, West Adelaide, top still Valandi, 2-1 victory against Burkalla. They are sitting nicely on top there after 10 games, 8 wins, 2 losses. And in the State League 2, what do we got there? We've got, where's LA Cobras sitting 5th at the moment on 19 points. And in the women's, Adelaide City on top in the women's, LA Comets sitting 3rd to bottom. So they're not doing too well in the ladies, the Comets, but top of the NPL. And sorry, I forgot to mention Adelaide Olympic sitting 5th on 14 points. So there you go, a bit of local football. Just staying on football, I was going to mention, you know, how Sarri did get sacked by Juventus. Now, just quickly, he was a full-time banker. He only ever played amateur football. This is sounding a lot like myself, mate. So I only ever played amateur football, you know, working in the banking industry. He quit his job to follow his dreams, which maybe I should have, because my dream would be to become a coach eventually. 30 years ago, he started out in management in Italy's 8th tier. He worked his way up the ranks, taking charge of 20 different clubs. He's now a Europa League winner, Serie A winner, been in charge at 2 of the world's biggest football clubs. Anyone can make it in football, but it's a brutal business. So there you go. Starting from the bottom, and now he's here, mate.
So why did they sack him?
Well, they wanted the Champions League, mate. They wanted the Champions League, and that's how ruthless it is, mate.
So because they didn't make the Champions League, they sacked him.
Sacked him. See you later, mate.
What a load of crap.
That's the game we're in, Valandi. That's what happens, man. So you just got to do what you got to do. But there it is, folks. Do you have anything else to talk about, mate? Because I think I'll leave it there because I could have gone all night.
Have we got a Malak of the week?
there hasn't been many Males of the Week. But look, you know what? Because I was actually searching for a Male of the Week outside of the AFL umpires, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything. So let's give it to them again, mate, because they are absolutely atrocious since COVID.
Really becoming repetitive in the Male of the Week.
I know.
All right.
There hasn't been, because don't forget, Nick Kyrgios has now become Champ of the Week, so there's no Male of the Week for him anymore.
Hey, listen, let's go hear some ads. We'll be back.
All right.
Ράδιο Δορυφόρος.
Αυτοκινητιστές, προτιμήστε τα πρατήρια βενζίνης X-Convenience, γιατί ξεχωρίζουν στην εξυπηρέτηση πελατών, στην ποιότητα καυσίμων και στην ποικιλία προϊόντων. X-Convenience, εξελιγμένα καύσιμα, βενζίνη, πετρέλαιο και υγραέριο gas στις καλύτερες τιμές. Λιπαντικά, πλυντήρια αυτοκινήτων, snacks και υπέροχος καφές Coffee Station. X-Convenience, καύσιμα για το αυτοκίνητό σας αλλά και για σας. X-Convenience, περισσότερα χιλιόμετρα, φθηνότερα. Εάν πραγματικά θέλετε να δημιουργήσετε γνήσια μεσογειακά φαγητά, πρέπει να επισκεφτείτε το Omega στο 33 Adam Street, Hindmarsh. Τυριά, όσπρια μπαχαρικά, ελιές, ελαιόλαδα και πολλά άλλα προϊόντα ποιότητας. Omega, 33 Adam Street, Hindmarsh. Τηλέφωνο 83 46 64 99. Omega, το ελληνικό παντοπολείο.
Η Εσένα Energy σκέφτεται μόνο εσένα. Ναι, εσένα. Μειώστε τους λογαριασμούς ηλεκτρικού ρεύματος στο σπίτι σας και στην επιχείρησή σας, αλλάζοντας όλες τις λάμπες σε χαμηλής ενέργειας λάμπες LED δωρεάν. Ναι, δωρεάν. Μειώστε τους λογαριασμούς ηλεκτρικού ρεύματος στο σπίτι σας και στην επιχείρησή σας με ένα premium ηλιακό σύστημα Εσένα ή ένα σύστημα μπαταριών Tesla Powerwall. Εσένα Energy. Σας βοηθάμε να κάνετε την καλύτερη επιλογή ηλιακού συστήματος με στόχο τη μεγαλύτερη απόδοση της επένδυσής σας. Είστε έτοιμοι να μειώσετε τον λογαριασμό ρεύματος? Επικοινωνήστε μαζί μας. Εσένα Energy 1323 92 96. Sales @esena.com.au.
Φίλε ακροατή, υποστήριξε τις εταιρείες που διαφημίζουν στον αγαπημένο σου σταθμό Ράδιο Δορυφόρος.
Hey, you know when you play in team sports, right?
Yeah.
Right? And especially like blokes and all that, usually what happens is you have a good win, or even on field sometimes, you know, it's like someone scored a ripper goal and all that.
Jump on them.
You jump on them, you tap them on the ass. Mate, give us an insight to what happened the other week.
Mate, Valandi, we found our Males of the Week. I actually forgot about this one, but I was just scrolling through my phone to some breaking news and I found this. Nick Vlostuin and Jaden Shaw from the Richmond Football Club, mate, during their club song, were touching the genitalia of Mabior Chol, mate, playing with his boots, not the football boots. And it was actually obviously live. It was on live TV, mate. Nick and Jaden, mate, couldn't you wait till you got in the change rooms after that? If you wanted to see how big it was, maybe just wait till you had a shower with him later on, you know? Don't do it on live TV, mate. That's big Males of the Week, you know?
I just can't believe it. And
that's something, look, you do that for a
the
laugh.
media has made it such a massive hype. Like, Chol just said, you know what, let the game go on. I don't care about it. Like, whatever. You know, just let it go on. Like,
look, it's a laugh. You know, they're having a laugh, but it was obviously on live TV. There was people obviously looking at it, whatever.
Of course they were having a laugh.
So that's why the AFL had to come down hard on it. But they, look, it is, it's like Chol said, it's really nothing, man. You know, they muck around, whatever.
Come down hard on what, man?
But that's what I'm saying. They're saying that unacceptable behaviour, mate, in the workplace. Because realistically, let's be honest, it is obviously football, but it is a workplace. You wouldn't be doing that if you were in your office playing with your...
Okay, let's stop right there.
No, but I'm saying, like, you wouldn't go up to a colleague and do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they're...
that's different, man. I know.
It's an employer. It's an employment.
I get where you're coming from. I mean, I definitely won't go tap someone's penis, you know, while I'm on the field or having a celebrative... whatever. Like, I don't tap penises full stop. But what I'm saying is, like... You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I understand what you're
it's
saying.
stupid. It's the media gone crazy and making a big deal out of it.
But that's with anything, man. The media always hypes everything up, as you know. But yeah, they are Mows of the Week for doing it on live TV. There, just wait next time till the cameras are off. You go in the showers and you can do whatever you want there.
I know I said this before, but big shout out to Sam Piffau, who's joined us on there and gave me that rip comment to make before about Eddie Betts. Absolutely love it.
Actually,
Hey,
Valandi, wait quickly. Some breaking news, unconfirmed at this stage, but Arsenal will announce the signing of Willian on Wednesday and Aubameyang's contract renewal on Friday. Apparently.
yes, we need Aubameyang.
This is not confirmed.
We need him to stay. We need him to stay.
The big news.
I reckon get rid
going
of the Malak at the back, and we should be okay.
Socrates.
No, well,
Oh, you mean Krusty the Clown?
get rid of him too, and Luis. John Sabuco says it's stupid. It's just stupid in regards to the dick grabbing.
Oh, definitely. It's just a stupid thing, But
I
what
know
do you do?
it's stupid and it shouldn't be done on live TV.
No,
I
live
get
TV
that.
you can't because then they have to explain themselves. But it is at the end of the day, guys, you got to understand it is an employer. They are paying them,
Hey.
and they have to abide by the
Hang on a
the
second.
rules during that time. What do they do in the showers? That's up to them,
You know what? I just need to get an update here. Let me just have a quick look. All right. So currently, the update of Dockers versus John's favourite Hawks, his
They're getting
beloved
thumped,
Hawks, 46-18. The Hawks are getting choled. Like they're getting smashed.
They're choling it up.
Yeah.
But just for our other favourite, one of our favourite viewers or listeners as well, Stacey, the NFL starts on
Do you know what?
September the 10th.
She's been a bit of a silent
and
assassin again.
1 month from tonight, Valandi, isn't it? No, that's what am I saying?
1 month of tonight.
1 month. What's today's date? 10th
Today's
of
the
August.
10th,
yeah, 1
yeah.
month. 1 month to go.
10th of September.
10th of September. First game between the Chiefs and the Texans. At
Couldn't
the moment,
they leave it one more day to start? 9/11.
September 11 is.
Yeah, couldn't they just start it on 9/11?
They could have, but they thought let's do the 10th just for that sort of sake.
Backward Americans. Stacey, hope you're well if you're listening. Yeah, there you go. Exciting news. 1 month from today.
Παιδιά, καληνύχτα, Valandi, enjoy your week, mate. Don't have any alpacas this week, and we'll be back for some succulent lukumadas at some stage, I'm sure.
I'm going to go with a song here. Konstantinos Galanos. This is Tsigana on Radio Doriforo with Valandi, Snoop, Kefi Live Radio, and Snoop Sports. And we'll be back to close the program after this. Big shout out to Stacey. She is online. She's listening. She's having a good laugh and a good time. And she's looking forward to the NFL in a few weeks' time. Johnny, thank you very much for your love, as always, every week. Thank you for listening in. Hope you are all good and stay safe. Same to our friend George, Double Trella crew. Hope all is well. And thank you again for listening in. To all our fans, all our friends, thank you. Kalinichtasas. A big shout out to the Mac Attack, who spreads that sauce so finely, that creamy sauce. You like a Big Mac. Hey, have you tried the Big Jack?
No, what's that, mate?
It's the Hungry Jack's version of the Big Mac. It looks exactly the same, but it's got 2 flame grilled patties instead of 2 McDonald's patties.
Well, man.
I know. You should give it a go.
Actually, talking about burgers, I had one last night, so I ordered a 4-stacker.
A 4-stacker?
A 4-stacker from Nug Life.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me the wrong order, unfortunately, mate.
So you went to a place that specialises in chicken nuggets to buy a burger.
No, they've got burgers like a stacker burger meal sort of thing they do now. And unfortunately, I've got a gluten-free bun for some particular reason, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mal of the Week, Jonathan Giannopoulos. Παιδιά, όπως είπαμε, καληνύχτα. Very big shout out and thank you again to our sponsors. Suli Tiolis at National Realty, Just Dance Fitness with Martha, www.justdancefitness.com.au for all her class times. And, of course, our new sponsor on the block. Please, thank you, a big thank you and shout out to the Honey Puff lads.
Oh, beautiful.
Who are live on Uber Eats from this Thursday night, 6 to 10 p.m. till Sunday. And they will deliver anywhere within 10 kilometres of Renown Park, Croydon Park. Or you can go visit them at 74 Tate Street, Croydon Park. Γεια σου Τζιμάρα. Guys, να είστε καλά, καλή σας βραδιά, καλή σας εβδομάδα. We will be back next Monday night. Yeah.
Yes, yes.